when I came to Nepal, I was not knowing Nepali language. So it was really very difficult for me to survive. And I started teaching in schools, and I started learning Nepali from the children. And I learned Nepali, and I taught science in Darbar High School and also English in Darbar High School. And then I went for masters in Tribhuvan University. I did my masters from Tribhuvan University in chemistry. And then I started teaching in the chemistry in Institute of Agriculture and Animal Science 1. So I was there for 15 years. And after working there for 15 years, I was promoted to campus chief, and I was transferred to Lamzu, Sundar Bazar, which was like a 4 years period. And I stayed there for 4 years period. And after that, I resigned from university. And the main purpose of resigning from the university was the women farmers who attracted me a lot during my work in the Institute of Agriculture and Animal Science, because it was all the agriculture, and I used to visit women in the farmers' field. And the women in the farmers' fields' vulnerability attracted me, and I thought I should be working more for them than just being a teacher and delivering lectures in the class. So I changed my career and I became a development worker after that. That changed my whole career, and I decided to become the working for the women's empowerment of Nepal, and basically the marginalized and the women of the rural Nepal. Because I am also from the rural Nepal, and I have seen the realities of the rural Nepali women. And I thought my education would mean to me if I am able to do something for the women of Nepal. So I worked for the women of Nepal, and luckily I got chance to work for a very big project that was implemented by PACT International. That was the Women's Empowerment Program. And that program had a very, very impressive theme, like dependency is not empowering. If you depend on something, you are not empowered. So you have to be independent to be empowered. And those were the core words that I took to the women, and I worked with the rural women. So I was really very happy to do that program, and that was a 5 years project. And I was able to go to 21 districts of Nepal, and that was about 125,000 women that we were able to reach through that program. So it was a very, very interesting and very encouraging program for me that helped me set my career for the Women's Empowerment Program in the future. In this diversified Nepal, they have a different set of environment where they live. And they have to come out of that environment to be able to do something beyond what they regularly do. So they have to really break the silence of the family, break the silence of the community, break the silence of the government, local government there, and then be able to participate in the local process. So it is very difficult for them. They are not very educated. They don't have access to the resources. They have to take care of their children. They have to take care of all their families. There is community who is watching that. What is she doing? How is she doing? Why is she doing? So she is always targeted. I can tell you one story. I went to Morang in one of this Machuara community. There is a group of community who always do fishing. And I went to that community, and when I was going inside and in the village, there was a man who came to me and he said, "Why are you coming to my village? Don't come to my village, because our women are good. We are all good. Our families are good. You are not required here. If you will come to my village women will be spoiled. So don't spoil our women." And he was drunk. And then it was so difficult for me to convince him. And then I came back. Virtually, I came back. I didn't go inside. He didn't allow me to go inside. When I came back, I stayed in Viratnagar for 2 to 3 days. And then I asked some of the girls from that village to meet me, who is going to school. And then I was able to talk to those girls. What is the problem? How can we do that? And then I made a program with the help of those girls to get an entry into the village. And it was so easy for me to enter, not physically, but programmatically. It was so easy for me to enter the village through those girls. And those girls were able to convince all those women and develop a group savings group of them, and then develop a group solidarity among them. And they all did the program as per our instruction, but we never appeared in front of them, because this is the benefit of peer education and the villager to villager education. And later, after 5 years, I went there when the program was in full-fledged going on, and I went there. And when I went there, the same man welcomed me. He cleaned the floor, he put a chair for me, and he said, "You have really done such a good thing because my woman now has an access to this much of money and she's giving me money as and when I need." So that was so encouraging for me. And I thanked that man that, okay, because you sent me back, it all happened. If you would have allowed me to come inside, I would not have thought of doing it with the girls in the village. I would have thought of bringing some other good expert from other villages. So it is always good to enter in a village through the population of that village. And that's what a great learning I could have. And now in the parliament, in the house, when I go to some meetings and see, I see so many my social mobilizers now in the parliament. So it's for me, it's a big achievement that 20 years ago I was just training them, telling them, okay, this is how you need to mobilize the group, this is how you need to speak, this is how you have to have the tickets. But now they are teaching others the same, becoming the member of the parliament. So that's a big moment for me and it's a proud moment for me. I got the opportunity to work at the apex planning body, that was the National Planning Commission, for 3.5 years there. And it was a very good period for me because when I see my journey, I started from teaching nursery to high school to college to as a principal and then to the development worker, and then getting all those experiences. Then I go to the National Planning Commission, which is the advisory body to Prime Minister. So there is no higher space than that. And I was very happy to be there because I had no exposure to the work the bureaucrats do. And this 3.5 years of period was totally working with the bureaucrat for the policy and planning of the country and making higher level decisions. So that was a good opportunity for me. And now I'm totally retired from all the daytime job, 9 to 5 job, and all those things. But still, I'm working, and I'm working as a consultant. And I, as one of the assignment is being the advisor to One Health Worldwide, which is where I'm very lucky to. Also, I'm advising on the this University Grant Commission. I'm also there. And there's so many board members here and there, and I'm also the National Cooperative Federation board member. So I'm trying to contribute based on my expertise, based on my learning to different organizations wherever I go and wherever I do. Right now, I'm doing the consultancy for the review and revision of agricultural development strategies. That is for the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock. So I'm busy with that these days. So this was all the learning went, and then my academic career growth was also there, and my job was also there. It all went together. So it all went very, very nicely, and I'm happy that I could achieve my dream. I am very happy to be the advisor to the One Health Worldwide because I have heard about the program which they are doing in the field, and they are working for the mother and the neonatals. And for me, that's I have the passion for the mothers because they're where the whole world starts. And when I was at the National Planning Commission, I could develop a strategy on the early childhood strategy, which was basically, and also I have worked for the multi-sectoral nutrition plan also. So that starts with the woman who wants to be pregnant, and it is 6 months before she has to prepare herself to be the pregnant, and then after she is pregnant, she should be educated on how to take care of her children for next 12 months and next another 12 months and another. So this was a series of training that comes up with the ECD program and also with the MSNP program. So I did those two programs, and when I heard about the One Heart Worldwide, I saw there is a combination over there. And all of this will work only if the mothers are giving delivery to a very healthy baby. And I see One Health Worldwide is really working very hard to manage the whole system at the health post and upgrade the health post to be able to deliver good services to them. That's why I was really passionate about their work, and I accepted the position of the advisor to One Health Worldwide. They should also be able to really develop a system of attracting marginalized women to the health post which they are upgrading. And there has to be a system. I understand that the Ministry of Health has got a system of family community health volunteers, and there is a connection over there to every single woman in the community to the health system, but that facility is not enough. So I think we should be really patching up. One Health Worldwide should be patching up where the gaps are, and should be able to really meet the basic needs of all those women, so that women are happily coming to the health post to get all the services, because that connection needs to be made. Government has not been able to really make that connection, establish that connection. And once that connection starts, and the woman really starts trusting in, okay, the services are very good, we have to go there, and if they're really very educated and they get the services, then I think everyone will be attracted to come to the health post and then get the services over there. So especially in Madhes, they have to come out of so many socio-cultural constraints, and a pregnant woman is like there is a shy feeling, and they don't want to come in front of people. So some level of advocacy, some level of training, and some level of awareness program is okay. Now we have to come out of that, though there has been lots of changes. But still a lot need to be done to bring them in the mainstream. One Heart Worldwide needs to reach the groups, then wait for the group members coming to the One Heart Worldwide to get the services. So it has to be, we have to go from here to there instead of waiting for them. Okay, no, she will, if I'm a vulnerable woman, marginalized woman, I'm pregnant, I would hesitate to go to the health post until and unless there is someone who's supporting me, empowering me, and that there is some moral support to me. Okay, no, you will get some support there. You will get good support there. There are good people over there. So that's what is very important for a woman to understand and be confident in going to that health post. There are so many things that women can do in the community level. For example, when I was at the Ministry of Education, I saw that there has been a strategically policy got defined, like distribution of sanitary pad in all of the schools for the girls, and there are so many women's cooperative in all of the villages. So I had proposed that why don't we ask all the women cooperatives to prepare those, train them to prepare all those sanitary pads for the school instead of buying it all from India, because it's a 7 Arab rupee that was assigned for that. So why do we send all those money to India and not to Nepal? Because Nepali women will get the income generation opportunity out of that, and that is a sustainable program. Because this sanitary pad distribution, it is something that is God gifted, and women would always need it. So if our women are able to understand how to make it, how to recycle it, and how to take care of it, and the girls would be the part of that. So this will a continuous income generation process that can be done, and government did thought about that. And there are so many things happening also, but still it's not very encouraging, because the raw materials that the women have to get to prepare the sanitary pad in Nepal, the tax for that is higher, and so that is why the market has the lowest price for the sanitary pad that is being imported from India. So our women preparing the sanitary pad, but they are not still being able to compete with the pad that is coming from India because of the raw materials taxation. So I think there has to be few things that government can understand and take care of, so that women become the entrepreneurship in the field. But again, the connectivity is not there. There has to be someone who can connect. There are UN programs, and there are so many programs like HW is going, other AIN from the international NGOs are also going. So many international NGOs are there, and many women are getting mainstreamed also into the entrepreneurship program, but still there are so many women who are left behind, and they need to be brought into, and again we have to knock at their door to bring them.